Welcome children to SV Union High School and Junior College. We had already started learning about Standard 8 History Chapter 4 Social and Religious Reforms. And in part 1 we have learned up to the Arya Samaj. So let's begin learning about the Ramakrishna Mission. Do you know children about Swami Vivekananda? His birth anniversary is celebrated as National Youth in our nation. It's celebrated on 12th January every year because the message that has been given by Swami Vivekananda to the youth of our country. And the message says, arise, awake and stop not till the goal is achieved, till the goal is reached. So, this is the message he gives to all the young generation, young people in our country. He says, until and unless you achieve something in your life, you are not supposed to stop. So let's begin learning about Ramakrishna Mission. Swami Vivekananda established Ramakrishna Mission in 1897. Ramakrishna Paramhans was the guru, the teacher of Swami Vivekananda. So, he named this organization as the Ramakrishna Mission. This mission worked for helping the famine-stricken people, patients, medical help to the poor, female education, and spiritual growth. Swami Vivekananda was an excellent speaker, orator. He had attended the Parliament of Religions at Chicago in America in 1893. As representative of Hinduism. Now, we will learn about social reforms among the Sikh community. Sikh community had established the Singh Sabha at Amritsar. It was established by Sikh religious people. To achieve some reforms was their objective. This institute worked for the spread of education among the Sikh community. Later on, the Singh Sabha only got converted into the Akali Dal. The Akali Dal movement continued their tradition of reformation till now. During the time of British rule in India, the condition and position of women was very miserable. They did not have any rights, political rights or right of education. So they were not treated equally with men. Whereas there were some social woes like child marriage, dowry system, sati practice, Keshavapan, opposition to widow marriage, such customs prevailed in our society. So some reforms were taken by our social thinkers, and amongst them we have already learnt about Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who assisted the then governor Lord Bentinck for bringing that social reformation, and then finally the Sati Prohibition Act was passed. Same way you can see the picture of Gopal Hari Deshmukh, who was very popularly known as Lokahitavadi. So he also advocated gender equality through his writings in Shatapatre. We are still learning about emancipation of women. So somewhere the contribution of all these social thinkers like Lokhitavadi, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule is noteworthy. In 1848, Mahatma Phule started the first school for girls at Bhidewada in Pune. Whereas Savitribai Phule, his wife, supported him in his great work. When she started supporting her husband, she faced great criticism from the society, but still she did not pay heed to it. She continued to work in education. People criticized her. She was blamed for this kind of work because people did not agree the way society was changing towards women. Mahatma Phule even established Bal Hatya Pratibandhak Gruha in his own house. He conducted a strike of barbers against the custom of shaving the heads of the widows. Children, we have learnt that Keshav Sati, child marriage, these were social problems of our society. people were very used to this child marriage, girl child marriage. Girl used to get married with the middle-aged man. Obviously, without having any proper medical facilities, when the husband died, the women had to face a lot of problems, hardships in their life, and at a very early age, they used to get widowed. Obviously, this Keshav Pant, this practice of shaving the head of women had to be stopped. So for this, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule he conducted a strike of barbers. For gaining permission to widow marriage, Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar and Vishnu Shastri Pandit as well as Vireshilingam Panthalu took up special efforts. You can see the picture of Vireshilingam Panthalu into the screen. Even Gopal Ganesh Agarkar gave his staunch opinion about child marriage, law of consent, in his newspaper Sudharak. Maharshi Vitthal Ramji Shinde organized a conference against the practice of Devdasi. So everywhere there were some constructive steps that were being taken by all these social reformers. In her book Stri Purush Tulna, Tarabai Shinde very fiercely put up her views about women's rights. So, the writing of women regarding the women's condition also somewhere helped. Maharshi Dhondo Keshav Karve started the Anath Balika Ashram, which was an orphanage for girls. Through his efforts, the first women's university was also set up in 20th century. Pandita Ramabai founded Sharda Sadan and took up the responsibility of taking care of disabled children as well as women. Same way, Ramabai Ranade started the nursing course for women through the medium of Seva Sadan. Dr. Ambedkar spoke about the injustice towards women through his articles. Mahatma Gandhi advocated education of women. Women started putting up their own thoughts through their writings. Their performance in every sector of life flourished due to education. So children, somewhere the seeds of bringing out that awareness that was sown by Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, then Savitribai Phule. We also have learnt about the contribution of all social thinkers, social leaders who also put in a lot of efforts to bring about the upliftment of the condition of women, and women started taking education. There were so many institutes which were educational institutes which were started for women. So there was a lot of change into the Indian society regarding the upliftment of women, empowerment of women. Abdul Latif started the social reform among the Muslim community. He established the Mohammedan Literary Society in Bengal. So this way, children, we will learn about the religious reforms that were brought among the Muslims. Then Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he founded the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College. Later on, this only got developed into Aligarh Muslim University, where he advocated Western education and technology. He had a strong belief that Muslims could make their progress only by studying modern education and science. Do you know, children, about the manifestation of Renaissance in other areas? There were other fields like literature, art, science during the Renaissance, and we must know about them. In the field of literature, Rabindranath Tagore. In the field of science, C.V. Raman received the Nobel Prize. This gives us an idea about the progress in the field of science, in the field of literature in our country during the Renaissance period. And this progress was also responsible for building up modern India. During this period only, women also took up writing. Newspapers, new newspapers, magazines became a source of social reform and political awakening in India. There was also development in the field of art as well. Music also became more popular. So new schools of painting came forward. Many books were written based on science, and people started realizing that experimentation and scientific attitude were important for the progress of our country. To give a respectable position to the Hindu community, Hindu Mahasabha was established in 1915. Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya founded Banaras Hindu University. Dr. Keshav Baliram Hedgewar established Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh at Nagpur in 1925. And it was aimed to set up a disciplinary and virtuous organization of Hindu youth to make or to get all the Hindu youth together was the main aim of this RSS, that is Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. V.D. Savarkar built the Patit Pavan temple at Ratnagiri, where he opened all castes of Hindu religion. Common dining programs were also arranged over there. So you can imagine, children, to bring about upliftment, to bring about awareness among the people of all strata, irrespective of their religion, their castes. They were asked to come together so that there won't be any social inequality or economic inequality. So lots of efforts have been put in by all these social reformers and thinkers so that we could see some social and religious reforms in the pre-independence period in our country. Children, we have completed learning the lesson social and religious reforms. Now mark all the answers in the textbook and complete your classwork. Thank you.